Hi guys, postman's bin, not a very big package. I'm pretty confident I know what's in here. Litmus paper. Thank you very much for your order. Okay. Tape together. Right, so we have strips of litmus paper. You dip it in whatever you want to measure and then compare it to the colours there to get your pH value. So I'll go and get a glass and put some ordinary tap water in it. This was suggested by Mr. Wood and Mr. Tin, relating to my solar rocker that's running on water, which we will demonstrate in a minute. We'll just try one of these in there. And then you're supposed to compare it to the colours. That would be, I would say, probably the 7. Because it depends if you put something behind it as to what colour it turns. No, oh, I don't know. Is it that 7? Because the camera will see it different anyway. It's certainly not the 3 or the 4. Yeah, camera doesn't make it look like that. Alright, we'll try it on something else. Something that we know is acidic. A little bit of vinegar. We'll just drip it in the top here. We don't need to have it full strength. Don't know if we can use the same strip. It's definitely gone a lighter colour, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the colour you're seeing on the camera is slightly different to what I'm seeing with my eyes. But that's definitely gone a lighter yellow, hasn't it? I would say that's more like the 4. And I guess the other thing we could put in there, some baking powder. I'll tip that out, put some fresh water in there, and then get some baking powder. Alright, fresh water. Baking powder, which I am thinking should be alkali. But I'm not sure. Thinking about that again. Because I've just remembered baking powder actually has dried salts in it, which are acid salts to make the reaction. I should have used bicarbonate of soda, not baking powder. Still, we'll see what happens when we put one of these in there. It's staying pretty much yellow. So that was the one that was in the vinegar, the diluted vinegar. And that's the one that we just put in baking powder. Not good. What else can we use? I'll see if I've got any bicarbonate soda. There we are, bicarbonate soda. So we'll tip that one out. I'll just dip it in there again, just in case there's any difference. There. Right. Right, fresh water. Now we'll try bicarbonate of soda. Stir it up a bit with a paper straw. Just one. Okay. That's more like it. Darker green. Probably the 8, isn't it? So yeah, bicarbonate of soda. I am thinking alkali, because that's why we get the reaction when you mix it with vinegar, because the acid and the alkali react. Right, we'll just tip that out again. I will just try a little bit of vinegar direct. Right, a little bit of vinegar. Another one of these. It really ought to go red. Yeah, I would say that was red-ish. Certainly the most red out of all the ones we've tried so far, compared to the green one. And then the other thing we could just demonstrate there is a bit of baking powder in the vinegar. It's the reaction you use for these little plastic rockets. You put the, or use pop bottles as well. I don't want to overdo this, but yeah, I think you can see the reaction fairly quickly there. Might be able to hear it as well. Well, I suppose the next question is, what's that gone like? So that's the one that was almost red. And if we put it in there now that it's been mixed with baking powder, it's certainly lightened up. And that was the one that was green. And that one ought to go a lighter colour. It is lightening up, yeah. Okay. And then the other things we wanted to try was water from the dehumidifier and rainwater. Just wash that out again. Right. Distilled water, I've actually labelled it, but that's out of one of the dehumidifiers. Take a fresh one again. Don't think we're getting much of a colour change there, are we? Maybe it's... what I ought to do is get a cup with tap water and compare the two. Let's just drop that in there for now. Right, plain tap water on the right. That one in there. Not really tell much difference. Get a bit of white paper to put underneath. Right, move this over here. I'm moving it because I want to wipe the bottoms of the glasses so we don't get the paper wet. So that's the one that's from the dehumidifier. And that's the tap water. Camera's colour correcting, isn't it? It's the trouble when you've got a fancy phone. Yeah, completely changing the colours. Tap water one looks greener to me. Not green, but greener than the one out of the dehumidifier. Which I would say makes the dehumidifier look more acidic than the tap water. Still, we know, what do we know about tap water? Probably got fluorine in it, fluoride. Probably. But I don't know about the constituents. But it's definitely a darker colour. And the only other thing is to go and get some rainwater. Right, rainwater. Move the camera a little bit. Okay. And another strip. And that sink to the bottom. That's quite pale, doesn't it? So, dehumidifier, rainwater, tap water. And that one's definitely a bit of a greeny colour to it. Greeny tinge. And that's what you're supposed to be comparing it to. Possibly the 6. Certainly not the 7. Where's that one? Where are we? Well, it's not really the 7, is it? It's definitely not the 6. Don't know. It would be nice if it was really bright colours that changed, but it doesn't. So I'll just say again, tap water, dehumidifier, and rainwater. Oh, I got that deionized water. I'd forgotten about that. Right, let's find another glass. Tap water, dehumidifier, rainwater. Now we'll get some of the deionized water. I might as well put this in there before we do it. Right, deionized water. I would say the colours look comparable with these two. We seem to have the light's being diverted a different way. I don't think there's actually a stain on the bottom of that glass. I think it's just a shadow caused by the way the light's falling. I would say that's the same colour as them. And the tap water is a shade of green. Yeah, nothing dramatic. No bright blues or greens or reds. So a little bit inconclusive. And if we remember, the ones that went really blue were the ones that I'd put the bicarbonate of soda on. So they were particularly, whatever the opposite to acid is, alkali. This is the fellow that kicked off the discussion. He's my solar snowman that's running off tap water. But this has been running for probably a few weeks now, and you've got copper in there and you've got magnesium in there. So we'll dip this in. Oh, straight away that's turned green. Blue at the bottom. The camera's gone funny colour. Let's touch that back there. That's really blue right at the bottom. Definitely a dark green. It's either a 9 or a 10 on that chart. Right, that's lime juice. Let's just see if we've got enough of a gap to get that down the side of it. Can we? Can we get it in there far enough to actually touch the liquid? Well, that's come out quite red. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Certainly a 3 on there. And that one, as I say, that's gone a real dark greeny blue from tap water that he was running on. But that has been running for a few weeks now with the magnesium and the copper in there. There's no point in putting one of these in the beetroot, because it'll turn red anyway with the red juice that's there, because that stains everything. But we got the witch. Let's see what happens if we put this in the liquid next to the witch. Nothing. Can I get anywhere close to... I don't want to stop her running, but I really can't. Because I think the liquid has separated out. But yeah, that is definitely a light yellow. And I suppose we could put one in with the tea bags. Right, if we lift the tea bags up, put that in there, put that down on top, a bit of a squeeze. And that's sort of yellow, isn't it? Almost uncovered the magnesium there. Yeah, okay, so yellow, yellow. Just for the sake of it, let's just dip that in the end there so you can see what I mean. See, it turns it red anyway, regardless of what colour it's going to turn the litmus, because it's such a strong colour. I don't think we can actually use that as a judge. Anyway, that's gone on for long enough, isn't it? I'd have to dig a hole in the soil there to put one in there, so we won't bother with that. Yeah, that'll do. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.